Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. Enterovirus D68 is one of approximately 100 in a group of viruses called enteroviruses. And to date, 4 provinces in Canada, including Saskatchewan, have seen a small number of cases. The lobby of the Cypress Regional Hospital in Swift Current was transformed into fundraising central during the annual Your Family's Health Radiothon. Another season of Sundogs Volleyball is underway, and the new lineup for the women's and men's teams are ready to hit the court. Thanks for joining us here today. An intense respiratory illness, which has sent hundreds of children in the U.S. to the hospital, is now hitting Saskatchewan. We have more in today's top story. Enterovirus D68 is one of approximately 100 in a group of viruses called enteroviruses. This virus was first identified in California in 1962, but has not been commonly seen. A number of U.S. states are seeing more cases, some severe enough for hospitalization and even intensive care. And to date, 4 provinces in Canada, including Saskatchewan, have seen a small number of cases.
It is known that it can cause severe disease, but for the most part, most cases won't even be noticed or will have very mild clinical symptoms of pretty much what you'd see as an everyday common cold. But this year in the U.S. and in some jurisdictions already in Canada, there's been clusters of more severe illness, but limited predominantly to mostly children with predisposing respiratory conditions, particularly asthma.
Dr. Torr adds that over the summer months, there have been ongoing cases of respiratory illness across the Cypress Health region. And now with school back in full swing, the spread of any illness increases among children.
Well, we have respiratory cases ongoing. Most of them are outpatient. We do get 1 or 2, with more severe illness requiring admission, and those are the ones that we are going to be investigating as we get them. But the other testing you mentioned certainly has proved that the enterovirus D68 is pretty much widespread throughout the province. So we know it is around, and what our advisory is for parents to watch closely for any severe illness in their children, and if it does require hospitalization or medical attention, to seek that early.
As for protection from any illness, you're reminded to always wash your hands thoroughly, avoid contact with the ill, cover your cough, and disinfect hard surfaces such as desks and doorknobs frequently. And if your symptoms do persist or become severe, seek medical attention immediately. Raising money for healthcare in Southwest Saskatchewan was the focus of an annual event at the Cypress Regional Hospital. We have more in this report. The lobby of the Cypress Regional Hospital in Swift Current was transformed into fundraising central during the annual Your Family's Health Radiothon. For 28 hours, volunteers covered the phones taking donations, with on-site guests appearing on the broadcast and local groups entertaining the crowd for a worthy cause. A 2-day event which helps the Dr. Noble Irwin Regional Healthcare Foundation improve the quality of healthcare for the residents of Southwest Saskatchewan.
Yes, the Radiothon is our largest single event that we host on an annual basis, and it's generated close to $900,000 over the previous 5 years that we've hosted this event. So it is very important to us, and this year with the piece of equipment, brand new piece of equipment for the health region, we're excited that people are lining up to work with us on it, and we're more than a little bit confident that we're going to catch our goal this year of $150,000, and we'll get the Holium laser system in place as quickly as we can thereafter.
An annual fundraiser which the Cypress Health region appreciates through the ongoing partnership with the foundation.
So, just to give a bit of history, the foundation has been in existence for many years now, and we know that through those years they have donated about $20 million worth of resources to the Cypress Health region for our much needed medical equipment. When we're able to have this kind of equipment in our regional hospital, it does allow people to get their care closer to home.
Once the Radiothon concluded its 28-hour broadcast, A total of $125,950 was raised for the Dr. Noble Irwin Regional Healthcare Foundation. Anyone wishing to make a donation to improve the quality of care in Southwest Saskatchewan can do so year-round through the Dr. Noble Irwin Regional Healthcare Foundation office in Swift Current. The GPC SunDogs are back on the court for another volleyball season with a new lineup of players and coaches. Another season of Sundogs Volleyball is underway, and the new lineup for the women's and men's teams are ready to hit the court, including a number of Sundogs veterans such as Christina Gerlach, a second-year practical nursing student who balances her studies in the classroom with the athletics program.
It's been really good. It's been a busy year, but I've really enjoyed classes, volleyball practice, just everything has been great. Any little events that go on, try and get out to that and just get involved, and it's always a fun time.
On the coaching side for the women's division, Brianna Wilms will join Brittany Snow behind the bench. Wilms is a former Swift Current resident and recently returned from studies at Weber State University in Ogden, Utah, and is glad to be part of the Sundogs coaching team.
It was something that I definitely wanted to get into. I thought it was just a great opportunity to work with some of these younger girls that haven't maybe had the coaching that I've had before, so I just wanted to bring some of the drills and skills that I've had in the past.
Meanwhile, the men's division will see a return of Travis Cuthbert and Jared Weens as coaches, with the team ready to give it their best shot this season.
Every year is a new season. We usually have 10 new players every year, or 6 new players depending, so strategy is feeling out the guys, seeing where our strengths and weaknesses are. This year is a great year. We have lots of different lineups that I think we can go with, and so it's kind of exciting for us.
Great Plains College offers the only competitive athletics program in the regional college system in the province, and one that has stood out over the years.
I believe this is the 8th year, so we've made strides in eight years, and I was the first athletic coordinator, so I can actually see how the program has grown and see the talent that we're bringing to the court and see the Sundogs image all over the city and all over the Southwest as well as within the school. So it's great.
The upcoming schedule for the GPC SunDogs includes tournaments at home and at Pambram on October 3rd and 4th. Then the teams will hit the road to Hepburn for the weekend of October the 17th.
It will help, as the Premier said, with the short-term issues around the stimulus, but it's got a clear eye on the future, something for the long-term economic health of this region.
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.